Here's another real pick-me-up story for you guys here on Sunday. A girl 4 abducted by her parents in 2019 after they lost custody is found alive. So it's a terrible story, but at least it has a decent ending. It's a sort of, kind of, the emotional toll and the complete and utter destruction of this kid's mental health at just a mere 4 to, well, I guess... Is she 4 now? Okay, we'll get to this here in a second, but she's been abducted and kept in, you'll just see the conditions here in a hot second, what she was kept in over the better part of 3 years. At least she was found alive. I don't know, man, this kid's probably going to be fucked up, but hopefully I'm proved wrong. We'll see, I don't know. Parents and grandfather are arrested, thank God. A 4-year-old girl who was abducted by her parents after they lost custody of her in 2019 has been found alive in the home of the hovel-like makeshift room beneath the stairs. Kept in a room beneath the stairs. Paislee Shultis was abducted by her guardian in 2019 when she was 4. Okay, so she's 7 now. Yeah, 6 or 7, rather. Don't know for sure. From her home of her legal guardian in Cuyahoga Heights, New York. She had been removed from the care of her biological parents, Kim Cooper and Kirk Cultis. Why is that exactly? That's what we should know. It's unclear why they lost custody, but they took her back and for the last 3 years have been hiding from law enforcement. See, that's the quote-unquote room that she was kept in. Don't you see? It's very, very roomy. Fucking Christ. But on Monday, police in Saugerties, something like that, upstate New York, received a tip that the girl was with the couple at the home. She was found hiding in a dark, wet room underneath the staircase. The house was 162 miles away from where she was abducted in 2019. Cooper, Shultis, and Shultis' father have been arrested, but Shultis and his father were released on bond on Tuesday morning. Cooper is still behind bars in Ulster County Jail, but the father and grandfather, who were charged with endangering the welfare of a child and custody interference, have been released. Cooper is being held on an additional count from family court, but it is unclear what the charge is. Nobody has been charged with kidnapping. Questions, lots of questions here, okay? Like if they were living in a house, okay, being supported by the family, okay, like I know the kid was being hid from the authorities, but if it was like Child Protective Services, which has been weaponized over and over again by the government and just interfering actors and being placed in a government home, oh man, I have a lot of questions. Because I don't know who to side with on this one. Because again, if this kid wasn't taken away from her family by fair and honest actors, this could be another opportunity for us to shit on the government here. So, oh God, it's really tough to say. But also the fact that there was a place where the kid could be hidden at a moment's notice. I don't really know, like if nobody else knew that the kid was there. Oh God, this is just a very infuriating story, for all things considered. It is unclear who the child was living with when she was abducted in 2019. In a statement on Tuesday, it was revealed that Saugerties detective Eric Thiel noticed something about the staircase leading to the back of the residence into the basement of the house that caught his attention. He shone a flashlight into the stairs, and that's what the detective saw, a pair of tiny feet. Ugh. After removing several more steps, the child and her abductor were discovered within, the police spokesman said. It is unclear who reported the family to the police or how long they knew the child had been there. Yeah. And what we don't know about this story could literally fill a warehouse, but what we do know is very odd to say the least. Parents of 6-year-old Paislee Shultis appear smug in new mugshots. So, what more do we know? Police in upstate New York made multiple visits to a house where a missing 6-year-old girl was discovered hiding in a secret room on Monday. Was the girl hiding? Was she placed there? Did she want to be found? I don't know. Was discovered hiding in a secret room Monday, but they never had enough information for a warrant. Everything was hearsay, Saugerties Police Chief Joseph Singara told the Post Wednesday. Nobody had factual information. Kimberly Cooper, 33, Kirk Sr, Jr, 32, are alleged to have abducted their daughter, Paislee Shultis, after losing custody of her in 2019, and have had hidden her in a secret room below the stairs of her paternal grandfather's house where cops came knocking, authorities said. As a parent, I can understand why they did it, Singara said. I can't imagine what it would be like to relinquish custody of one of my children. Yeah, exactly. okay? Who's in the right here? Because when it comes to CPS, I've never sided with them. Very, very few occasions when it comes to this shit. But as a good parent, I think you have to understand that the most difficult thing to do, to give up your child, is the right thing to do if that's what the courts are indicating. Nope. 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 Fuck the courts. Fuck CPS. I think this is a really unfortunate thing. Okay, this is really unfortunate for the family right now because it's a step backwards. Yeah, very much so, because they had their kid and then it was taken away by the government once again. This is going to delay any possibility of the parents regaining custody of these children. These children? There was only one kid. Is there more children? I have empathy for them. Okay, Singara said a solid tip gave the cops the intel they needed for a search warrant Monday night when the eagle-eyed detective who spotted something off about the staircase noticed a piece of blanket peeking through some cracks. Detective removed several of the steps to uncover the missing girl, Paislee, and her mother, Cooper, hiding among blankets in a space under the staircase, according to Singara. Okay, the mother was also there. I don't know, was she there to keep the kid quiet? Was she there to just... Questions, man. More questions than answers so far. After examining the staircase after the fact, the chief said there were a number of screws that were put in that were stripped. That leads us to believe the spot was used more than once to hide the child and the mother each and every time we came to the house. We know it was used multiple times because there was a blanket in there. There was a teddy bear. He said it was set up there to comfort her when she was in there. Cops said the Paislee was quiet when police searched for her for about 4 hours late Monday. They were at the residence for 4 hours. Jesus. Cooper was charged with custodial interference and endangering the welfare of a child, both misdemeanors, officials said. But yeah, like we've seen in the Daily Mail article, no kidnapping charges. She was also wanted on an active warrant issued through Ulster County Family Court and was being held on $50,000 bails, according to the police. And I remember Kim Potter, the Kim Potter trial. You guys remember taser cop who had a odd-looking mugshot after the fact where she was just smiling in it, knowing that her life was probably destroyed. So it's like, why are you smiling, you weirdo? But it's really tough to glean what's from there. Like New York Post, okay, every once in a while they just have one of those goofy fucking headlines saying that they look smug. You can't really play armchair psychologist based on a mugshot, but saying that they look smug there, like maybe they're justified in what they're doing. Like, I want to know who's in the right on this one. We don't know. So are they smug because, yeah, we got caught and guess what? We're going to do it again if given the opportunity. Or you finally caught us. Good on you. Like, what does that mean? What does it mean? Shultis and his father, Kirk Sr, Sr, 57, were each charged with the felony count of custodial interference and a misdemeanor count of endangering the welfare of a child. Point of order. Why was the mother charged with 2 misdemeanors when she was still out on an active warrant, but then the father and the grandfather got hit with a felony count? I'm starting to hate the government even more, and maybe that's starting to taint my perception on this. Shultis is seen glancing fervently towards the camera as he smokes, while the seemingly irate father points in its direction as he is about to enter the residence. 3 defendants are scheduled to appear in Saugerties court 3 p.m. Wednesday. We don't have any more information on that, so tough to say. Paislee was examined by paramedics and found to be fine before she was released into the custody of her legal guardian and older sister in an undisclosed location. Why did they just take one kid then, if there was more children there? Okay, so I'm starting to think that maybe the parents aren't quite on the up and up here. Okay. She was 4 years old when her parents lost custody of her and her older sister in Spencer, New York, outside a Cuyahoga Heights, more than 150 miles away. Singara told the Post it is unclear why authorities were taking the kids, and Singara said the family court records have been sealed, so it's unlikely that we're ever going to get some information on this. On the day authorities were supposed to pick up the kids, Paislee's parents fled with her to Saugerties. Cops said the older daughter had been in school at the time of the abduction. She ended up living with a legal guardian. Singara said he sent detectives to check on Paislee Tuesday. They came back and gave a really good report. He said that she was doing really good. She didn't seem to be bothered by anything. There was no indication they've had any issue with what occurred on the 14th. Well, that's good. So my gut feeling on this is parents probably weren't in the best place to begin with, ergo why they're living with The kid's father, maybe they were doing something a little bit fucked up. Maybe they were, I don't know, high on drugs or being degenerates in New York or something like that. I'm not entirely sure about the things. I'm just kind of theorizing the case as to why they would be losing custody of at least 2 children. But again, if they had the resource of the father there, why is the government intervening and taking away custody of 2 children and putting them in foster care, which we know is just, unless there's a stable family that they're put with, it's going to be detrimental to the development of those kids, and then just creating another lost generation off of that family. So if the parents are still together and then they ended up getting their life together, I don't know. And it's unlikely we're going to know anything further. All we know is that kid's been recovered, but I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I really don't. But you guys know. You at least have some of the information, or as much as we're going to get, because a lot of it's just been redacted and sealed up. So unless somebody comes forward and tells their story on either side of this, we're not going to get a full and complete picture on this. But headline is, yeah, girl found under the stairs, recovered by police, parents arrested, but on misdemeanor charges. My mind wanders. So hopefully you guys, it's weird to say hopefully you enjoyed that story. I just found it very, very interesting, and hopefully you did as well. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.